Hi guys, so I have a fun little haul and this is from Hobby Lobby. This is actually two different trips. So I went last week to a different Hobby Lobby and I was able to find a few clearance items that I didn't actually find in my first haul because I didn't know all the stuff that was marked down because it wasn't really marked down. If you watched my other video, you'll know, but I will link that in the description bar. And then I actually went there this week because their back to school stuff finally went to 40% off. And I don't know if this is the first week of it or not, but this was the first week that I noticed that it was 40% off. And there were some items that I wanted to get, and then there were some other surprises. And I actually told you guys in one of my Dollar Tree hauls that I want to reduce the amount of time between when I buy stuff and when I actually use it. So I actually got a chance to already make something with it, which I will show you. And I will show you like a quick little tutorial at the very end if you want to stick around for that, of how I made the item that I made. So I guess we'll do the back to school stuff first because that's the new stuff for me. And then I'll show you guys the clearance stuff. I know a lot of you say you went to your Hobby Lobby, the stuff wasn't on clearance. Just know, and I've said this in other Hobby Lobby videos, clearance videos before, just know that every Hobby Lobby will mark down their stuff. But the way that it works there is they give them like an end date, like of when they have to do it by. And some Hobby Lobbies do it very early. Some Hobby Lobbies wait until the last minute, just like people. Some stores wait last minute. Some stores like have their act together. So if you see even one tag that's orange, then in the paper crafting section, that means that somebody went in there and they have to manually do it. So, you know, it is what it is. So if you saw some things marked but not other things, then and like you couldn't find it, it might mean that someone else bought it all, you know, or a bunch of people bought it, or maybe your store never had it. So just keep searching. But if you've gone to your store and you see stuff that's supposed to be marked down and it's not marked down, it means that they haven't marked it down yet. So just keep trying and eventually they will mark it down. Okay. I don't know when the date is. They never tell, but yeah. All right. So let's do the back to school stuff first because, oh my gosh, you guys, I found some really, really, really good stuff. Okay, really good stuff. So the first thing that I found, and I actually made something with, is this. So this is actually, I opened it already. So this is a self-adhesive vinyl roll. So this is just basically, like it says, a roll of vinyl. It's like, you know, contact paper. It's sticky on the back. It is 120 inches and it's $4.99 minus 40% off. Gosh, I usually try to tell you guys the actual prices, but I don't even have my little thing here. Let me see if I can grab my calculator really quick. Okay, it took me a second, but I found it. All right, so this is actually $2.99. So that's the price of this. And something cute that I made with this was I actually used my Cinch machine. I have an affiliate link, which will save you an additional 10% on this machine. But I made this cute notebook. Oh my gosh. And I did a little quick tutorial on this. And these labels are also in the haul, which I'll show you. But this is isn't it cute? It's like a little composition book that I made from scratch. And I got to use my favorite paper to make it, which is this 160 GSM dock grid paper, which I will also link. I just got it on Amazon. But you can make literally your perfect notebook yourself with the Cinch, and I made this little composition book. So I do have a little tutorial, like really super quick, just like showing you what I basically did, like the steps to make it. And I made this one half letter so that I could use one sheet of chipboard. I'll link the chipboard. I'll link everything to make this in the description bar. Okay, everything that I used to make this, and I did this little pink spine, which is so cute. Okay. So that's this. So this was $2.99 and it's a lot. Like like I said, it's 120 inches. So I felt like that was a super good deal. Okay, something else that I got that was on sale is this. And this is actually a double-sided trimmer. It's for a bulletin board, but I thought I could cut these and use them as embellishments. I'm actually going to share. I only bought one pack, but I'm going to share some of these with my mom because this is a 12 pack. And look at the back. So you could embellish the back or the front. And I thought that these were so cute. I love that these are like a neutral rainbow because I love the neutrals, and these were only $1.79 for this many, and I just thought that was an excellent deal. So I did grab one of those. Okay guys, I am so excited about these. Let me show you. Look at this. It almost, remember when I used to do my videos and I sewed myself a little cover for this? Guys, it was the same thing, but it was like this, but it was in fabric. And look how they made a desk mat. So this is like a faux leather material, and these are $6.99, but they are 40% off. So that brings them down to, hold on, I have my calculator here, $4.19. And they're basically 24 by 14. They're really long, like they're perfect. Literally, it's the same size as my little thing here. So if I wanted to, I stopped putting these on my videos because I didn't like how dark it was making my videos. I like the brightness of this better. But if you need a desk mat, get this. But let me tell you why I bought this and what I'm thinking about doing with this. So 2 things. Let me show you one of the other things that I bought to DIY this. Let me show you, because that's another thing that I hauled. And they're two different things. Where is it? Okay, are they in here? Yeah. Okay. So I also bought these zippers. I bought this super long zipper, and then I bought this zipper. So one of these is 24 inches long, and one of them is 14 inches. One of them is closed. One of them is separating. These were both 99 cents, because if your item, I think if it's $3.49 or less, it's 99 cents. And if it's more than that, then they're all $1.99. So I always buy the longest ones because I can always cut them. So this is what I'm going to do with these. I have 2 ideas. When I was at the store, I was like, yes. So one idea is I'm going to actually, because it's actually stitched right around here. So the edge of these, like, you can cut this and it's not gonna like unravel because it's like faux leather, okay? This is cheaper than when you, like, if I were to buy this as like a raw material, it would be more expensive than this mat was already made. So what I wanna do is, one thing I wanna do is I wanna fold it like this, and I wanna make a big like tote out of it. So I'm gonna add a zipper to the top here and close these sides, and I'm gonna make myself a big tote, because I think that would be so cute. And I could like keep my planner stuff in here. I could fit like my journal in here. I could fit like 2 of these notebooks. You could fit a lot of stuff in here, okay? I'm not going to make it gusseted, although I could make it gusseted. Something to consider. I might do that. So that was one idea I had. Another idea is that I want to do with this, and I bought multiples, is I want to cut down the height of it, and I'm going to stitch it closed on this side and this side. And then I'm going to make this into like a little like planner cover, like a journal cover. I'm going to cut this down right here, like, and make it so that it's, you know, it's going to be big enough to fit on like my A5 journals, which this is A5. So this gives you, I mean, this has a coil, but just to give you an idea, or even like my bound books. So imagine it cut down, and then it'll have like a little pocket here, and that's where I can stick the inside of the journal in. The nice thing about like this faux leather material is that, you know, it's already finished on the side. So the edges are like fine. I know there's something that you can buy to seal it. I'm not going to worry about that because it's $4. Like, you can make so many things. So think of this as like expensive, like faux leather, which can be very pricey. So I did pick up like 4 of these in this one. And I picked up one that they also have in this black and white. Isn't this so cute, you guys? Look how cute this is. So these are $4, and I was like super excited about that. So I did buy some of those. I only bought one of the black and white ones. Another thing in their bulletin board section that's going to cause you to think outside the box that I got was this. And I remember during Dollar Tree, a lot of us were buying the little Dollar Tree sets that were for Halloween. So these are like seasonal bulletin boards. So I already like, I'll show you in a second what I did with this. But so this also had like a big long like perforated sheets that had these cutouts on them. But I already, you know, because you guys know I like to organize my stuff. So I already took those out. So let me show you what they look like. So they're different. They're all different sizes. They're so cute. And I thought that these could be used. So here they are. Okay, hold on. Let me get this to the side so you can actually see. So like here are the bows, and they came perforated. So I just took them off of their sheets. So they do Valentine's Day. You know, Hobby Lobby doesn't do Halloween anymore. So they do Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, which I'm really upset because this rainbow doesn't have any red or pink. I'm like, what in the world? Easter with the eggs. They did summer, fall, and Christmas. And so they're really cute. So the ones that are like the biggest ones, let me tell you about the sizing here, because they are big. Okay, so the biggest ones are like 5 3/4 by like 6.5. They're big. Okay, and then like they have little ones here. So let me just show you a quick. So I thought these would be cute. I was thinking these would be cute in traveling journals, like gluing some of it and leaving it as a pocket or stitching it. Also, I like to make pockets out of these kind of things, especially like this. This could be like an easy pocket, like how we do with plates. You can laminate them. I mean, so many things you can do. You can make, I was like, you could make a little cinch notebook out of this, like cinch right here. I actually have some leftovers from when I did the little, the one that I showed you guys. But imagine like a little thing like this if you had the paper. And yeah, so there's just so many cute things that you could do with these. But I was thinking more along the lines of using them for a notebook. I actually was thinking about putting this on the front of this notebook because I thought that would be cute, but then I thought that this was cute since it's like the lines on the inside, so I ended up going with that. But there is even like a big bow, and there's something else that I was thinking about putting on the front of that later on in this haul that I'm going to show you. So anyway, these are all of the little pieces, but they do show you like a picture of it on the front, and you can see it when you get to the store. You can see. So of course I'm gonna like sort these, and because I keep my paper stuff organized by season, so I'm going to take these out, put them in a little plastic bag, and then put them in their rightful season. So I did already started dismantling this because yeah, I'm kind of anxious to get this stuff organized, and I just hauled this. I think it was either yesterday or the day before yesterday. So yeah, I actually made maybe it was yesterday, and I think I made the notebook like the same day that I bought it, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that was another thing. So the seasonal bulletin board set, and this was $2.99 because the original price was $4.99. Okay, something else that I got that I thought was cute. This is also along the lines of bulletin boards. This is the easy letter. So this is $2.99 also, and these are really nice. Look how big these letters are, and look how cute they are. So I actually thought about putting an L on the front of here. But I'm like, you know, you were always like personalizing stuff. So I got one pack of these because I'm like, if I wanted to make someone like a little notebook or something, and I wanted to just put a little letter on there, or like when we're sending Happy Mail, you could just put a tag with their letter on it. So it actually also comes with, what are these called? Quotation marks, apostrophes, and a little period there. So, or decimal, depending on what you want to do. It has the numbers and all the letters. And I think I'm gonna just double check, but I think they're all like this in these colors. But let's just look really quick because you know you can't really see inside at the store. And I like to show you guys the kind of stuff that I like to know about these. So these are also perforated. Okay, so it seems everything else is on this side. Yeah. Oh well, yeah. There's not equal amounts of everything. I guess it just depends on what they could fit on the sheet. So keep that in mind. I guess they give you a lot more vowels, which is smart because, you know, if you want to spell out someone's name. Although when we're doing, you know, if we're doing just the letter, we just need the letters. But anyway, yeah. So that's cute. So I thought that was really super cute. And how cute would a little like E or like any kind of letter been on here? You know, this is the actual size that they show you. I don't know. I don't think that's true because this looks bigger. I don't know. It says actual letter size, but is that true? Hold on, let's see. Because I feel like they're bigger. They're definitely bigger. Hobby Lobby, get it together, please. That's not the actual size. I don't even know why they say that. They're 4 inches. This is not 4 inches, but anyway. So that's cute. So that was $2.99. The back to school session was on fire. Okay, you guys. Here are the labels that I got. These labels is the one that I used on here. It looks, the whole thing is a sticker, but it's actually kiss cut right here so that it comes out this. And I actually put it on here twice because I put 2 labels on because when I first did it, you could kind of see through it. So I put another label of the same thing on top because I wanted it to be opaque. Yeah, so that's what I did with that. I'm having to do this manually. So this was $1.19 for these. So I got those, and then I also found another set of cutouts. These are sticky, these are not sticky, and these are so cute, and they come with this. Look how cute they are. And then it also comes with these. So it comes in these 3 colors in this one, and these 3 colors in this one, and this was really cute. I actually played around with like the idea of putting this on here, but then I was like, there were like so many things I wanted to do with these, but these would be cute as just like little embellishments. They're really cute. I got 2 of these label ones, and then I also got this, which I'm planning on dismantling this and using this little pencil on a dangle because I thought it was cute. And again, everything in the back to school section was 40% off. So this was $1.79. I did get 2 of those. And then they have these, you guys. These are transparent sticky notes. Look how nice these are. And look how many you get. So these are $2.99, but you get 400. And remember how we were all like hauling them from Dollar Tree, especially last year, because for Halloween, I used these in like a lot of my neon, like I did a neon swap. These are so nice. And they're like very shiny. So they would be really nice. One side is dull and one side is shiny. So I like these so much. So the side that's dull is the side you write on, and the side that's shiny is the back, just in case you're wondering. Of course, when you use these kind of things, you can't use just any old pen. Like you see how that pen does not work for that. You have to use, there's a pen that I use. You can use a Sharpie like this kind of Sharpie. and that will stay, but you do need to give it like a second to dry usually. I also use, I had shown this in one of my hauls. There's a pen that I use that is kind of like a, here it is, actually, I'll just show it to you guys. I have a journaling basics kind of video where I talk about like some of the things that I like from Amazon. This is called Zaire. This is thick though, that's what I don't like. Do you guys know that I did not know this was a dual tip? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, I've been using the, get this pen. Okay, the only bad thing about this pen that I was gonna say is that it's too thick. So because I've been using, oh my goodness gracious. And do you know that I just ordered some micro perms, some Sakura micro perms, because I'm like, I can't keep using this thick pen. And I didn't realize it had it. Oh, this pen is great. This is a really good pen. I recommend. It was super cheap too. I don't remember exactly the price, but now that I know it has a fine tip, look. So you see how much darker that is? That's what I don't like about the Sharpie. I feel like it's always so light. And also the Sharpie feathers sometimes, this doesn't. So anyway, all right. Sorry, planner journaling speak. Okay, so anyway, that's those. And they come in those fun colors. And I felt like for $2.99 for all 400 of these, that is a steal. They're good quality too. So I think I got 2 of those. I cannot believe I did not know that was fine tip. Wow, Lisa, get your life together. I just in showing you guys, I noticed. Oh man, and I've had those pens. This is not quick, okay? I've had them for months. Okay, anyway, I found this. This was not in the back to school section, but I got this stamp block, not actually for stamping, but because sometimes when I'm like gluing stuff, especially when they're like little sentiments and like die cuts and stuff like that, sometimes it's nice to just put something heavy on it. So while the glue dries, it has something pressing down. And I felt like $6.99 was a really good price. These were not on sale, but stamp blocks are expensive. So I thought $6.99 was actually really good. This was in the back to school section. This is like a tape runner. Now, this is more for the planner girls because they love a roll-on. I don't really use tape runners like this much, but I thought it would be a cute thing to have in my planner pouch. And for the price, it was unbeatable. Now, hopefully it actually sticks. I imagine that it probably is pretty good. It's $1.49, which is Dollar Tree prices, but it's almost 9 yards of thing. You guys want to try it? Let's see. Oh my gosh, this video is going to be long. I thought it was going to be short, but then I found my clearance stuff and I was like, oh my goodness. Gosh, did they use that adhesive to close the packaging? Because my goodness, they don't want me to go in there. You know, for someone that does paper crafting, I'm sure I'm always missing paper. All right, we'll use this. Okay, there's no front. It rolls on pretty good, which, you know, sometimes these are like terrible. You know, like they catch. Let's see. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. I mean, it's pretty sticky. It's pretty sticky. We'll see. We'll let this cure for a little bit and then see if the paper tears in a second. So this was cute. It's $1.50. So I wouldn't like, you know, I don't know if it's acid free and all that stuff. Let's see. It doesn't say. It just says adheres to paper, ribbon, photos, and more. Oh, it is acid free. It's not refillable. So keep that in mind. I just kind of wanted to keep it in my thing, and we'll keep it right there for now. All right. Something else that I found, you guys. Oh my gosh. These are so cute. I have a tutorial where I'm going to use these coming up. Okay, these are so cute. I have a really fun project that I'm definitely going to bring to the channel, but get you some of these. So these were $2.99. You get 24. I hate making these tassels. I hate that. So I'm going to make some really cute. I'm going to show you guys how to make some beaded tassels with these. And the thing is, when I make beaded tassels, the thing I hate making the most is the little tassels. So now I don't have to. They had these last year too, which I bought them to make that tutorial, and I never made the tutorial last year. But this year they have them in the colors from last year, and they had these neutral colors. So they have both of the colors. I did take some pictures. We'll see if I can add them to this video while I'm talking, because I did figure out how to do that. So let's see if I can do that. Okay, I also got these stamps because they are a steal of a deal. Alpha stamps are so expensive. These were $2.49. I got these stickers because if you guys watched my Dollar Tree haul, you saw that I actually was using my little smiley faces. And these, so I realized that after I used them that I don't, you know, they weren't so bad after all. So these were only $1.19. You do get 10 sheets here. So I use these as bullet points. So like when I'm, this is my, no, not this one, sorry. I actually also made this journal in a, I don't even know if I ever posted. I recorded a video showing you guys how to make this one, or maybe I just made, no, I think I just made this one for fun actually. So this is my little brain dump notebook. And what I do is I use these as like bullet points. I don't have to show you how to do that, but I use them as bullet points because I like having bullet points when I do a brain dump. So either I draw them myself or I use stickers for fun. Okay, so that's that. You guys, another thing, and I knew about these from Lori, who's creating for fun. She is so sweet. She actually sent me some really sweet happy mail recently. She had hauled these before they went on sale. These baskets, look how cute these are, you guys. Look at this. So they have like a little thing. It's a 3-pack. I was like, the girls are going to be running to go get these. This is a 3-pack. You guys, guess how much this cost? Guess. I'm going to give you 1 second to guess how much this cost. $4.19 for all 3. And they are nice quality. They're big too. They're 9.35 by 6.75 by 4.9. And they're a 3 count, you guys. Look how cute they are. So I'm keeping these for myself, please. I'm going to put my stuff in there, like some of my stuff, some of my things. I'm actually going to put some things from this haul in there right this moment. Right this moment with you, I'm going to start packing up my stuff in here and make some space. So yeah, really nice. Really, 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 really nice. Let's see. Can this fit in here? Let's see. No, but it can fit in there sideways. So that is this bin. I like love these. So those are super cute, you guys. You have to get those. Like those are so cute. Okay, then I was in the cake section and I got these. Now I'm going to try putting glue in these. I like that the bottle presses. I showed you guys in my American Crafts vault sale haul that I'm waiting on the glue squeeze to come back in stock. And in the meantime, I'm desperate to find something to put my glue in. So I'm going to try this out and see. I need something that has more like space than like the very precision tip, you know? So that's what I got these for, $2.99. So Sunnyside Bakery used to be always 50% off, just like the beads. Now it's always 40% off, just like the beads. We see you, Hobby Lobby. We see you in your corporate greed, as usual. Anyway, all right, so some other labels that I got were these because they're so cute and they look like neon lights. How cute were these for the Sisterhood of the Traveling Journals? And then I also got these, which these are $2.99, but they're 40% off. So that makes them, was that $1.79? I think so. Yeah, $1.79, which is amazing. And these are little pockets, and look how cute they are. They match the little checker thing. And again, pockets for everything. Pockets for everything. And then I did grab these just because I'm a glutton for punishment, and I wanted to try these applicator bottles because the tip is pretty long. I'm actually gonna put these away while we're here. Okay, then I also found these, which I thought were a really good deal as well. And this is also another 3-pack, and these are square little things with handles. Here's the size. You can pause. And they were only $1.79 for 3. Aren't these so cute? These are so cute. They're so cute. Oh my gosh, I love them. And then the last little like organization kind of thing are these, and these are $2.99. So these were also $1.79 for 3, and these are like little small tubs, and here's the size. So cute. I thought these were so adorable, and like, man, I'm like, that actually was a really good price. So that was nice. And then, oh, okay. Also in the back to school section, you guys, look at these socks. So they are $5.99, but they are 40% off. So they're $3.59, and there's 2 pairs of socks, and it says life is better with books. These are good quality socks too. They feel good. And then this one says, shh, I'm reading. Look how cute they are, right? Aren't these are so cute. They're so cute. And they're thick. They feel good. So I like those. I showed you guys my little zippers. And I'm looking at my receipt, which would have been helpful. I usually don't have my receipt. Of course, I can't really tell what anything is because, you know, all it says back to school, back to school, back to school. So that's not helpful at all. Okay, so now I'll show you guys the stuff that I got in my other haul, which I was able to find. Steggies, crew. Okay, guys, let's check. You see it? It's still not pulling any paper or anything, so I don't know. This is pretty good paper, and this paper is kind of shimmery. So, I mean, it's good enough to keep in like a thing. I wouldn't hold something together that can fall, obviously, because it's not that strong. So anyway, I saw Shanita, who's planning to play, show this, and I had not seen this in my store, and I was literally in love with it. So I will show it to you super quickly sideways because we don't have time. We don't have time, you guys. We don't have time. All right, so I'll show you sideways so it can be quick. Because if I show you in the right direction, it's gonna take forever, I think, because I need my hand. So there's 3 sheets of each of these. This black is actually like a holographic blue black. So cute. And I have boys. You guys, the dinosaurs in space. The irony. Okay, look at this. Skateboard. So cute. And then this one. I love this. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love this collection so much. I'm going to get so much use out of this because I have like a tween boy, a teen boy, and then a 6-year-old who thinks he's grown. So I'm thinking of all the things. I'm actually thinking about making my husband like a journal, like one like I just made for myself with one of these. You guys, look at this. Please, let me turn this around for this one. This one must be turned around. This is my favorite page because why is it so cute? Look at my guy here with his hustle hat on. Please. Oh my gosh, so cute. Love, 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 love. Sports. I'm like, who is Steggy? Steggy is a cool guy, okay? Whoever Steggy is, he's cool. This is the my boys are gonna love this because it's like a dinosaur like scaring the people. These shoes! Shanita fussy cut these shoes. These shoes have holographic. Man, I might make my husband one with this because he loves sneakers. Actually, I'm definitely gonna make him because he's like such a sneakerhead. My goodness. This is a cute book, you guys. I love this book so much. I like went to the store to get this. When I went to the store, it was to find this, and I found it. I was so happy. So that was a clearance find. So that was $5.29 down from $20.99. I also found this at the other store, which I hadn't seen. This is a for him paper crafting. I guess I'm getting all the boy things. This is going to help me with my Father's Day card. So look how cute it is. This listing says one cool dude. So $174 for that. Great, great, great buy. And then I was able to find some of the things that I couldn't find before, like, or that I didn't even know. Like, I don't think I got this in my first haul, but this is 99 cents. These are just like flower border stickers that look like this. It's 2 sheets of this, 4 sheets of this, and 4 sheets of this. So here's this. This is so pretty. I like using this kind of stuff on journaling pages. I also found these. These are sublimation blanks. These were 37 cents. And I'm going to put these on pens and put like glue a cabochon on here and use them on beaded pens because they have holes. I mean, the hole is huge, but I'm just going to put a bead on the top and a bead on the bottom for 37 cents. I'm like, why are these 90% off? I have not seen, like, I didn't even know these existed. I think this is what you're supposed to sublimate on. I don't have a sublimation printer, nor am I going to get one. So I'm just going to glue a cabochon on here and call it a day. Okay, I might paint underneath here and then glue the cabochon if I want to be fancy, but probably not. Actually, you could even use this as like a template and cut out a heart on a like a piece of paper that's like, you know, what's it called? Gosh, like a decorative sheet of paper and put that on there and that would be cute. Or you could bling up the top of this. So many things. So many things. I think I found these gingerbread men in my last haul, $1.12. I found one more strawberry, $1.12. I found this, which I had in my other haul, which is 99 cents. It's all these florals. These are so pretty. I've already started using them. My other book of it. They are so cute. Look how cute. They're so pretty. They're clear, which I love. I found these, 87 cents. Amazing. I did get this. This was on 40% off at the week that I got this, and I love these florals so much. I did buy this online, which is in a haul that I never posted. I mean, I recorded it, put it up, didn't post it. I love this, even though I bought this totally by accident. And actually, I feel like I already hauled these things. But we will know. I know I didn't put them on the internet yet, but I think I did haul them. This is a wildflower sticker book. This was not on clearance. This was 40% off. And this is a really pretty planner book. I couldn't have hauled this because if I did, I would have opened it because I know, you know, I got you guys and I like to show you stuff. So here's this. We're going to show it quickly because I also wanted to put this to like the end of this video. These are just dots, which of course you guys know I love. More dots. These kind of dots I don't usually use, but we'll see. Never say never. These are like errands, washi strips, boxes. Let me tell you guys the size of these boxes because if you're like me, you're wondering, are these 1.3? Are they 1.5? Yeah, they're like 1.3, which is great because they fit in the Hobonichi cousin. They're a little bit, maybe slightly larger, but not too much. These, which are cute. So this one is called Wildflower. I love these. These are, I like to use these kind of books to do pages when I'm doing my traveling journal, because I'll just be like, okay, I'm only going to use this book and that's it. I was able to find these cherries, which I do want to do some cherry mail in the summer, and I was able to find the disco cherry, 74 cents, 99 cents. And is that all? I think that is actually all of it. So I'm going to insert the clip of me showing how to make this little notebook. Let me know what was your favorite thing in this video. What was your favorite thing in the haul? Have you found the stuff? Are you still looking? Don't get frustrated if your Hobby Lobby hasn't marked down stuff. Just wait, it will happen. And some of you like have come back, you're like, you post one day that you can't find anything, and the next day you post, oh, I went there and they had stuff. So that's just how it goes, just how the cookie crumbles. So anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching.
So here I am showing you that I'm just gonna take this paper that I'll have linked in the description bar and cut it in half. And I'm going to do the very same thing with the chipboard, which I also will have linked in the description bar. I'm using my guillotine trimmer here, and I'm using my dull one for the chipboard instead of using my nice shiny new one. Okay, and then I'm going to take this vinyl that I just bought. I'm pretending to cut it because I had already cut it before I started recording. And then I'm going to cover this the same way that I do with all of my other mini album covers. The only good thing about this though is that it's already sticky back since it is vinyl. So I'm going to just use the cartridge from my Cinch just to hold it open for me to help me have another hand. And then I'm just going to stick that on there. Normally I would use double-sided tape when I'm using my chipboard, but because this already has an adhesive backing, I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to make sure that I burnish it really well. And I'm going to do something called mitering the corners, and that is basically just cutting the corners at an angle. I'm going to leave an 1/8 of an inch border around each of the corners. You don't want to cut it to the very corner, because then what can happen is once you fold it over, you can leave an opening on the corner where you can see the chipboard, and that's not cute. So we don't want to do that. They do have fancy like tools to help you with that, but I literally have them and never use them. So I just kind of eyeball it. Okay, so I'm pulling the vinyl around all the sides. This is super easy. It kind of makes me want to always cover my covers in vinyl because it's already sticky. So I'm using my scoring tool, and I'm going to do that 2 times. I only showed you once, but you're going to repeat that process again. So the nice thing about the multi-cinch is that, you know, it has different cartridges. So I'm using the circle cartridge for this, which has a 2-to-1 spacing in the holes. And because my little cover is 8.5, I used the letter E, which I have a full tutorial on this, which I will link in the description bar, where I go a lot slower. So you can watch that if you want. At this point, I remembered that I needed to make the inside for my cover. So I'm just using this pink heavyweight cardstock from Basil and cutting the centers. I'm doing these both slightly under 5.5 by 8.5 because my journal is half letter size, just to, you know, basically take a sheet of paper and cut it in half. So at this point, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I need to like do the inside before I punch the holes in the cinch. So I kind of set up the cinch, and then I'm going to just put double-sided tape around here just to get it to stick on the inside. And I've been using this journal for a few days since I made this, and it's been holding up just fine. So I think that this double-sided tape did what it needed to do. Do not skimp on the double-sided tape, okay? Use it. And I always use a tweezer or a pokey tool. Usually I use a pokey tool. As you can see, I switched over to a pokey tool because I got sick of that tweezer. And I like my pokey tool super sharp so that I can get that backing from the double-sided tape. So make sure you burnish everything really well. And then we're going to go back to the cinch machine here now. And I am going to use that letter E, like I said, because again, in my other cinch tutorial, I give you a lot more explanation. So make sure you watch that if this is your first time with the cinch. And I do have an affiliate code at American Crafts. So if you want to buy your own cinch, you can save an additional 10% off using my link. And it works on your entire order. Just make sure that you use the link before you purchase. So I am putting these holes in the cover, and the nice thing about the cinch is that it goes through this chipboard and this paper like very easily. I've actually made quite a few things. I think I might be obsessed with the cinch. So I'm showing you that I keep it even on both sides. I leave an extra space on the edge of the cover both on the top and the bottom. So just make sure you pay attention to that when you're punching things with the cinch. So I'm gonna also do this to all of the paper that I cut in half before. I'm not going to show that on camera because it's the exact same process. So I have my covers and I have my paper. There's the paper right there. So now I am ready to put my notebook together. So I'm going to grab my cinch wires, and I will put a link to this in the description bar as well. And I decided on a pink one, and I count the holes now. I didn't always do this step, but I just feel like it makes sure that I cut the right amount because I do not want to waste that cinch wire. So I counted the holes. I matched up the number of holes with the number of like little things that I needed on the cinch, like the pokey part, not the flat part, the pokey side of the cinch wire. And when you do a cinch, you want to put the paper on, and then you want to put your cover on to the wire, and then you want to put your back cover last. This ensures that that flat side will end up on the inside of your notebook instead of the outside. This will make more sense when you actually do this for yourself, but just trust me, okay? It will work either way, but putting the back cover on first, even though it seems like it would be wrong, it just helps to ensure that your wire stays on there nice and flat. And I always like double press my cinch wire on there. As you can see, I'm doing it again because I like it to make sure that it's nice and tight. And sometimes I'll use my finger, like my hands, to close up the wires even more if I feel like it's not closed up enough, See, I'm doing that right there. So then that's it. We basically have made our very own notebook. It is so cute. It's like so fun to have a composition book that has a wire that can lay flat when I'm writing. So I got the labels that I also got from Hobby Lobby, and I did double it up, like I said in the beginning part of this video, because you see how it was kind of see-through. I didn't like that. So I just decided to add another sticker, and that is it. It's done. So is my first voiceover.
Okay, if you like my videos, can you like the video? That's really helpful. It helps to spread the love all over. Make sure you subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you next one. Bye.